Hello everyone, it's Marie here from Pepperly Rose Paper Crafting. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Sydney, Australia. Welcome, thank you so much for coming past today, I really appreciate it. Today's video is going to be in two parts. The first part is I'm going to discuss my review of the new Stampin' Up cut and emboss machine. And it's in defense of my review because I did have a couple of comments that I felt were a little bit unfair, I think. In these person's eyes, they thought they were fair, but I have to defend basically my review. So that's why I'm going to discuss this first, and then I'm going to do a project and I will discuss which what things I'll use with the card later. But first off, with my review of my machine, I had a couple of comments where they said that the comparison that I've made or the review was not fair or true because I did not compare a brand new machine with a brand new machine. Now, that's all fine and good. However, I'm a crafter, I'm a stay-at-home mum, and I do Stampin' Up as a business to help with my family's expenses. And I buy things not willy-nilly. What I buy, I have to really, really be careful of because we don't just have a ton of money to throw around, okay? So what I buy is what I feel is economically viable for me. And on the side of doing Stampin' Up as a business, I also make invitations. And I tend to keep my sets, I tend to keep my machines because these are handy on the side for me as well. So I just thought I'd bring that out, you know, so I don't just spend money for the fun of it, and usually it has a purpose, and I am very, very careful with how I spend that money because we don't have a lot of it, I've got to be honest here. Right, so with regards to this review, although my Big Shot is 11 years old, it is still in excellent condition other than the rubber feet falling off, okay? They broke off with time because they were just getting brittle. It's 11 years old. However, the way that it cranks through, that the pressure that the machine actually has is still the same as it was from the day I bought it. So kudos to Sizzix for creating such a great machine. I love my Big Shot. I will still be having it and I will still be using it, especially for heavy duty stuff. So if and when it dies, I have a backup machine, which is the Stampin' Up one. In saying that, the Stampin' Up machine from first go has been wonderful, and I'm not going to, you know, make this up for the fun of it because I'm selling it. I actually think it's a great machine. In saying that too, I also did a review of the Stampin' Up trimmer, the new one. And my review, although was good, it also pointed out things that I was annoyed with, and I'm going to be honest with my reviews. So to those that don't think that my review wasn't valid, I'm sorry, but I think it is. There is a difference in the way the Big Shot and this one cranks through. This one is a lot smoother, I'm going to say that, and it doesn't require as much effort as well. The Big Shot has always required effort. And I've got carpet tunnel in both hands. I've had carpet tunnel for years. And I have to say, for me, right, this machine is better. So I've got to give credit where credit is due. So when we compare machines, we at home don't have a lot of money to just spend $200 on a brand new machine for the fun of it. And we will compare old with new. That's a comparison. We can say, look, I've had this machine for years like I have, and I feel this one's better for me. There's nothing wrong with that. If you want to get a brand new machine or you want to see reviews with a brand new machine, do them yourselves, seriously. And I'm not one of these people that's on YouTube that has sponsors. I buy everything with my own money. So if I want to make a comparison between a brand new machine and an older one, I think it's valid, and I will, and I can, and I have. So I defend my review of the Stampin' Up machine. I absolutely love it. And for the haters kind of thing out there that don't think that what I do is valid, that's basically your problem. I'm sorry, I'm going to be blunt in saying this, and I may get a lot of hate for it, but in all honesty, like, I really love this machine and I'm not going to deny it. I'm not going to be fake about it. It's real. If this machine was not performing as well as an older machine, then this would have problems. Yes, agreed. But I think that my comparison And my review, I think, was incredibly fair. So to those that watch my videos and appreciate them, I really, appreciate you watching them and taking the time out of your day to watch them. So thank you all so much. And I love this machine. I will say it again and again. I think it's wonderful. Now, in my review as well, I said, you don't have to buy a brand new machine if you don't need one. If your current machine, whatever brand it is, still works, don't be silly with your money and just throw it willy-nilly. Keep it as long as it works and then buy yourself a new one. It can be the Stampin' Up machine, it can be whatever machine you feel comfortable with. So I'm not forcing people to say, oh, you have to buy that machine and that machine. No, I'm saying I'm happy with this and I think it's better than what I had before. Yes, I can say that. And if you've got a lot of life left in your current machine, keep using it. It's not, it's wasteful to buy stuff if you don't need it. So that's that on that topic. And if I get hate for this, I'm sorry, but, I will not also publish hateful comments just to, if it's fair and it's something that's a constructive criticism, by all means, I'll publish those comments. But if they're just nasty for the sake of being nasty, I'm not going to publish things like that. So just warning you, and I'm quite happy to block you from my channel too if you're going to be nasty. I don't think it's absolutely necessary, but I'm going to preempt this because I think that some people will find what I said controversial, but in all honesty, it is what it is. So I will get on with the project that I wanted to do today. And basically, I'm going to be making a thank you card that's a masculine card because one of my customers is a male customer, and sometimes I find these cards really challenging because they're masculine. I always think feminine. So I'm going to be using the new Stitched Shapes dies from the holiday catalogue, and I'll just bring out the catalogue here. This is the first item I'm using with this. Please hold on one sec, my battery's running out, so I'll have to plug this in, just bear with me. Now this comes from page, I think it was 40 something, just trying to remember, 41? No, just bear with me for a second. That was 46 and 47. Nope. Let's see. Yeah, sorry, page 49. I knew it was in the 40s. So you can find that here. Now, what you can't tell with this is that it comes with a little die, this die here, and it gives a really cool, like, stitched detail. So I thought this was wonderful. So the dies I'm using today is this die here, which will cut and emboss at the same time with the stitches. And I'm also going to use this die here for the background. So that's what I'll be using today. So that's the Stitch Leaves dies. I'm also using the Blossoms in Bloom. This has become a favourite stamp set of mine, not just because of the images, but I love the font on these sentiments, these greetings kind of thing. So that's what I'll be using today. So this is going to be a quick card. So I'm using Smoky Slate. This is half an A4 and I've scored it in half again, and this creates an A6 card base. You can use whatever dimensions you want from wherever you are in the world, okay? So this is a very kind of versatile design. I've got a piece of Smoky Slate again, and this is just a layering piece that goes on top, and it's about 1/4 inch shorter than the actual card base size. I've got a piece of Whisper White cardstock that will go on the inside, and then I've got 3 colours I'm going to use, my scraps here, of Pool Party, Basic Black and Basic Grey. So what I'm going to do with this to start off with is to do some die cutting. So I'm going to bring out my new machine. I'm going to do it this way for now. And what I love is it folds out. Yay! So, and it's really nice and sturdy on, so just letting you know. So for that you will need the number 1. Oops. Number 1, the thin die adapter, or number 2. I'm going to use my old plate on this, just so I want to keep these pristine as possible. And I'm going to use this one here. So I'm going to grab the cardstock that I'm going to use, and I'm just going to put in the leaf to start off with. And then I will crank that through. I'll just position these to be just right. Okay, and then I'm going to crank that through the machine. And oh my goodness, it is effortless, seriously. It is so smooth, and I don't require a lot of force. And did you hear that bang? There's hardly a bang on that. So, look how beautiful that cut and emboss is. That is just gorgeous. So I'll continue on with the basic black. Really happy with this. So that's the other one. That's the basic black. It looks gorgeous. And now I'm going to also do the pool party one. And here's the beauty with this machine. You can still use your Sizzix plates with this die cutting machine as well, so it's no issue at all. They're all exactly the same. And if you want to see my review of this machine, I will link it below, and you can judge for yourselves what I said in that too. And I mean, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but I do stand by this machine. I absolutely love it. So that's now done. So we have this leaf done, turned out absolutely gorgeous. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that layering piece that I have on top there, and I'm going to use this one with the detailed dots on it. So this will go like that. And I'll secure that with some tape because I want it to stay in place and not move. So I'll crank that through the machine. Whoops, it did move because I used a piece of tape that's lost its tack. So here's another one. So I'll just make sure it's nice and even there. Okay, crank that through. Oops. Oh, don't you just love that detail? Wow. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is make it go right to the edge. So just make it go like that. And I'll kind of, what I'll do with this too is I'll kind of use the smaller part here and kind of slot it in from underneath. And you can kind of feel it slotting in with one of those rows there. And I'm going to just, because kind of just slots in, so you'll feel it slot in. There we go. Okay, and then that way you get an even pressure. I mean, an even look with your okay. That did incredibly well. This so smooth, seriously, and it cuts so beautifully. So that's that with that machine, all done. And this is all finished. And then I'll show you. See, cut it nice and even, you couldn't tell. So that's that detail. I just love this die. This is so good for masculine cards, for anything. It is so, so good. I love it. So I'll just pop all this stuff away, and I'll probably speed this bit up. so now what I'm going to do is just bring my card base. Oh, actually, no. What I'm going to do is bring my Stamparatus. And what I've got here is a laminated piece of quilter's grid. And what I want to use that for is the positioning of my stamp to make sure it's nice and straight. So, oh, actually, I will need these. What am I doing? So, I'll put that here. And what I want to do is use the thank you card, the thank you sentiment from the Blossoms in Bloom stamp set. And I'm going to put it down here. So what I'm going to do is just a layout of the leaves, and like that, and then I'll put the thank you sentiment. This is just as a rough idea, and I'll put the thank you sentiment down here. So that looks about right to me. So I'll just bring my quilter's grid. Okay, oops. Put my quilter's grid there. And I'll pop that down here. Okay, so I'll just make sure it's nice and straight. And that's the beauty with having something like this here, is that you can position it really accurately. So that turned out well. And then what I'm going to use is Memento Tuxedo Black. Oops. Oh, I made a mess of that, didn't I? I can turn it over. Doesn't matter, I'll turn it over. Just my luck on that one, isn't it? Whoop. I don't like the way that stamps, so I'll do it again. Okay, get rid of the excess parts there. And that's how that thank you turned out. Very nice. Okay, so I'll take that off now. I like using my Stamparatus a lot. I feel that I just get much more accurate stamping. And if I stuff it up, I can always go back on it and fix it. So for me, I think the Stamparatus is a must-have, or a stamping, or any kind of, stamp positioning tool is very, very, very helpful. So what I'll do now is I'll pop this together. So I'll stick the inside panel first with some glue. I'm not doing any stamping because I didn't actually buy the stamp set that goes with those dies. I just bought the dies as a standalone. And you can do that too, if you don't like the whole bundle, you can just get, one like the stamp set or just the dies, or buy both, whatever you wish to do. So I'll just now layer that on. So that's for the inside. And I'll be sending this off today actually. And now stick this down. Because I made the boo-boo there, I just turned it over, same difference. So I'll just now add the glue. And I'll just stick that on top. And I love the effect of that stitching. Looks amazing. That would make great, teenage cards as well. I really love that. And this is from a leaf set, so yeah. I think I'll put, oh no, it's smudged, no. I know. Never mind, I will work something out with that and get rid of it. Okay, so it'll look like this now. And I think that looks super duper cool. So I'm just going to grab some dimensionals and I'll just pop them on the back there. I hope that what I said about the review doesn't upset anyone, to be honest, because I don't want to upset people with what I say, because I'm not trying to be controversial, but you know, if I feel that I have to defend myself in terms of my review, I will do so, you know, because I like what I do, and I want to be fair to you guys as viewers too, and give you like and help you to make informed decisions. Like, you know, and if it didn't perform well, I would have said so. Like, I'm not afraid to say so. Just because I'm a demonstrator for Stampin' Up doesn't mean that I won't give an honest opinion. So I stand by my review, and seriously, if you want to get new for new, please feel free to pay for it yourselves. I don't have that kind of money, and I don't get sponsors for my videos. I pay for everything you see on here. So yes, I'm a demonstrator and I get like a discount, but I still pay for all my own stuff. No one gives me anything for free. So just, you know, I'm just putting that out there so you guys know. I'm not Jennifer Maguire, I'm not Christina Werner and other YouTubers that get paid to do this, or they get the stuff given to them for free. I pay for it. So, you know, I can't afford to be buying brand new machines for this reason, you know. I just buy what I need when I need it, and that's that. So I will now pop these in here. I won't stick them down, but it's just as a way to position them. And I think I like where they are now. Even if it's slightly off, I don't mind. But check that out. Isn't that just the coolest? I will fix this up. I'll get my mono eraser and I will fix that up before I take a picture. But that's my finished card for today, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It's very simple, but I think a cool masculine card. And you can also change up the colours and add pinks and purples, and you can also go full on autumn and use nice greens and browns and nice rich reds. But I really love this cool modern card. I think it's wonderful, and I love that stitching in the background. I think it's awesome. Adds a really nice effect. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. If you have any feedback for anything, feel free to just, you know, give it to me. I don't mind. I take constructive criticism, but I will not take abuse. So there you go. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you again next time. Bye.